was that game last night?
Well, a lot better if it was a win. Still really great atmosphere. Me and Joe were sitting next to each other and really just kind of looking around the stadium and this place is really special. It's a great time to be in the city for sure.
What's it going to be like to see Mike Evans again? And he called you like his best friend when we talked.
Absolutely.
How often do you guys talk?
Still talk to him every week. I mean, that's my guy, man. I couldn't have been happy for him going where he did, ended up in the situation he's in. Both playing just 2 years together, a year on the scout team, and then playing the 2 years in the SEC that we had together. And you grow close with a guy I roomed with, have a lot of respect for him, and one of my best friends, regardless of past friends from home or guys now. Really one of my best friends. I can't wait to see him.
He talked about how he feels like he went where he went in the draft in part because of you. He hopes you think the same way about him.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have gone where I went in the draft if it wasn't for a countless amount of guys. But you really look at the guys who also went in the draft for this past couple of years. Look at Luke, you look at Jake, you look at even going back to Sean Porter, those guys that went still in the draft. All of my teammates that I have over the years helped me get there, and especially Mike being my biggest target over the past couple of years.
With the buzz of last night, with just everything that's going on in Cleveland, how much does that kind of permeate this locker room too, knowing the Browns want to be a part of that long term?
Sure. Yeah, no, I think seeing that buzz and seeing how hyped they are about a team who hopefully at the end of the year is competing and trying to win NBA championship. I mean, hopefully for us, we want to get into a later season push where we're fighting to get into the playoffs and making the playoffs and doing things like that. So us seeing that, and you guys know how many guys went to the game last night, and it makes us just as excited as it does everybody else throughout the city. But we want to win just like they do.
Johnny, when we talked to Mike Patton on Wednesday, you always say the right things to us on these Fridays, but he said that he gets sense your frustration for not playing. Is that the right word?
I don't necessarily think that's the right word. I think obviously coming from the situation that I've been in the past couple of years of every rep, every snap, every down of every game, coming in the situation I'm in now is going to be a lot different for me. So I'm sure there are signs of this being a different situation for me, but I don't feel frustrated. Obviously, being a competitor, I want to play, but
there's a difference.
There is a difference.
What do you feel?
I feel like I'm in the role that I need to be at this time, and for me, obviously, I wasn't where I needed to be throughout the earlier stages of being here, and now is my time to play catch up, and throughout this year has been my time to play catch up and make sure I'm on top of my things, and continuing to get better where I want to be and what's up to my level, and also this coach's level of where I need to perform.
He described you as a little bit quiet, and then he can sort of sense it in that way. Have you been, more quiet than you normally would?
No, I think I've pretty much stayed. When I'm here in the building, is a lot different for me than life outside, away from the building a little bit. I mean, and I feel at times, the times that people think I'm always going and always doing this, it's not necessarily the case. It just always seems to get out that way, and people seem to hear about it. But I feel I'm a pretty quiet, reserved guy here in the locker room. But I think we have a great locker room here. A lot of guys who I'm coming to get really close with, and so it still works. So I'm still in here doing what I need to do and kind of minding my own, but at the same time, they're great guys.
Is that part of trying to kind of stay in the background as a backup?
I think at the same time, I mean, no focus, no attention needs to be really placed on me. I mean, I'm doing little things to try and help this team get better throughout the week. But when it comes to Sundays, obviously I'm not out there directly contributing. So, it's a little bit. I don't know. I think I'm just where I need to be, and kind of falling back a little bit is good for me, and I like it.
Does a night like last night, where you're kind of in the thick of it, and with Maverick and Ron, does that kind of give you some of that feeling of excitement that you're used to?
Sure. I mean, it's a great atmosphere. It's great seeing guys who you're becoming friends with and continuing to grow closer with, whether it's business, whether it's just personal relationships with the guys you name. Even Joe, it's great to be around those guys, see those guys, and obviously watch the Cavaliers play at the same time. It's just it's a great night to kind of get out, get away from the building, and get to relax. And we come in on a quick Friday and get to go on a little bit of a break for the rest of the day. So it's been a good little 24 hours here.
How much of your approach, that being quiet, as you say, staying in your lane in the background, being the backup quarterback, how much of that is you're also maybe trying to dispel whatever reputation. You came in fair or unfair and earned the respect of your teammates, being that you're one play away and you're going to need their respect if you do have to go in.
And I think on that more than anything, it doesn't go. My mind doesn't go directly to what my reputation is or what people think of me. It's more not being a distraction for this team and what's best for this locker room and these guys. And hopefully, the thing that I've tried to do since I've got here is let these guys know that it's not all it's chalked up to be, and it's not all the hype that it is. And I think if you ask guys here that they would say that's been the case. And really, these are my teammates. These are the guys I care about day in and day out. So. And I don't need to be putting any burden or any distraction or weight on this team.
It sounds like you have an appreciation for playing the background for a little bit now. What have you learned about yourself?
So I think I'm still extremely hungry. I mean, I still feel that obviously coming out of training camp I was disappointed. I wanted to play better, and at the same time I am a rookie and I can't be too hard on myself. I remember thinking back to the days when I was learning offense at A&M. It was frustrating, and it's like that for everybody coming into a new system in a new place, a long way away from home. So there's a lot of things that were going on in my life at the time that now I'm settled in, a lot more settled in, a lot more comfortable with everything that's going on in the day-to-day operation.
Dante mentioned
Cool. Thank you.